Hi, good morning everybody. Okay, I'm here to make my trade review because it's going to close. The market is going to close 4 minutes, and I can safely do a review based on our last week. Based on our last week of my top-down analysis for pound yen, and I'll do some analysis of what are the kind of thing to expect for next week. In this case, I also share because I took a recent trade of CHF yen, which I posted in my IG. There I already closed most of my positions, and how the idea and how do I get it, and I'm going to share that with you guys. And pound CHF I went long, and on the NFP, which we just finished. So I'm going to share with you about this kind of setups and why do I took it. Okay, let's break it down. So for the pound yen, right? Okay, this if you see my earlier video, I went for long, and based on my analysis is that I expect market to go at least to the 138 or 140 before meeting a small resistance, and it's going to be very choppy. In this case, price might come down and then go up again. Alright, so pound yen. So let's go to the trading view and I'll give you a breakdown on that. Okay, so this is the pound yen for the monthly chart again. Already marked my zones, and you can see this running candle now have already went past the mother high. So whether or not it will go long, we wouldn't know because the price going to go up and then push down again, right? So never concentrate on the running candle. Okay, never concentrate on a candle that is not closed. Okay, we always take decisions based on closing candles. Okay, the closing candle telling us that there's an inside bar force break. That's why we took a long setup. In this case, for anticipating that the market to go up instead of going down for this current movement. Okay, so you look at the weekly. So what is the weekly close? The weekly close shows very strong momentum by the buyers. Okay, it's a very strong momentum. You look at the size and the body of candles for the buyers, right? There is a lot of buyers in this case. You see very little fight from the sellers. You should see very small body sellers candle in the daily. There is very small. There isn't any sellers here from the daily. Right? There is not much seller, so there are very little resistance from the sellers in this case. Okay, but in the H4, of course, you can see there are sellers, but usually when there are sellers, as I say, you identify an uptrend. Okay, any movement down is just an opportunity to buy. Okay, movement down, buy, movement down, buy, movement down, buy. Okay, so should we buy it again after this move down? I think it's where you have to confirm first before we look any kind of buy or sell. In this case, you need to validate. Usually I like to trade with confirmations. So we shall see again back. So there's no change to my marking. Okay, except that most probably I might just want to add one short supply zone around here. Okay, add one zone around here. Okay, so there are three layers of zones there. Okay, so this is the support zone. This one is the nearest resistance level, and upon nearing the trend line, and then this one is the top level. So the ultimate price that it could actually reach out for is around 153 to 155, which is quite a distance away from where price is at the moment. Okay, we are going to break down the weekly. So what kind of entries am I looking for the weekly? Okay, we look from the outside view. Okay, from the bigger scope of the view, right? It seems that there are two possibilities that can happen here, right? Price is going to come down for a pullback here, and then try to go up here, and most probably retest this trend line before a small down. So I say it's going to be very lengthy in this case. So in this case, if any buy or any sell from this area at this moment here, right, you got to take it very fast. Okay, you got to take it very fast. You can't hold on too much really. At this point when price is pushing, right, that's why you can go very long. But any buy or any sales from here, right, if you took it, you have to close it very early, or when you reach your target profit, okay, because it's going to be very tough from here onwards. Okay, so it should be able to reach around 145 area before went down, or 140 or 141 will be the next target resistance before price moving down. Okay, you look at the daily, that in this case, right, we see an impulse wave here, right, see an impulse wave here, a reply wave, another impulse. So price might make a reply wave here for us to look for some kind of buy to push up. So that is will be my idea for next week. So in this case, I will not mark any levels or any point at the moment because the price is not moving down yet. So I want to wait first for confirmation. Okay. So at this point of time, right, if you want to take any buys, I say it's going to be very, very dangerous. This price is smooth for a deal in this case. Okay. So I don't look to. I mean, there might be a sell set up for next week. Okay. For the weekly, as I say, just now based on what my analysis is that price might go up here and then price might come down around this to the 134 to 135 area perhaps for a retest of this broken resistance here on the weekly. Okay, there's a broken resistance on the weekly in this case. If I'm gonna mark my level in terms of the resistance, broken is over here. Okay. This is the broken resistance, but we are not going to make to keep this level and hoping that price retest here and you took a buy. No, but usually price will not retest at the exact level. We just came down slightly a bit lower around here perhaps before making a rejection, or we know that there is here order flow to go high, but then we should anticipate that price is going to make a pullback. So when a pullback, we anticipate a pullback, right, so we can take that short sell orders. Okay, so that's it. Daily. Okay, so I'm just looking for a short at least. Let's go to mark a minor zone perhaps. Look in the area where there's a base. Okay, most probably this is my minor zone. Go to mark a different color because the different time frame. Okay. So price might react to this minor zone first. So this will be any short, right? And we have an opportunity of at least to around 500 to 600 pips. So it's still good. This will be counter trend in this case, because I expect market to go reply with. So we are not looking for any kind of buy at the moment. Okay, but any kind of sell, we are looking for kind of price action before we decide on any kind of sell. Right? Of course, in this case, you're going to sell from here. It's very dangerous. It's too early. Okay, because there is no break of support or any break of structure to suggest that price is going to go down and your sell is going to be in your favor. So we don't take the sell before the market shows you where you want to go. So in this case, I'm done with pound yen. I'm looking for a sell next week and just waiting for the confirmation of what the 4 hour is showing me. Okay, because as I said, I'm looking for a sell next week, and this kind of formation is not telling me to go for that sell. So I'm done with pound yen for the weekly. So okay, so this week okay, then I will show you about the yen before I move on to other pairs. The CHF yen I took this trade quite early, same as a pound yen. Alright, because as I say, from the weekly perspective, okay, price has rejected support here. So in this case, right, this will be our support in the monthly. This is blue, right? Yeah, I'm colorblind, man. Okay, so the thing is, price has rejected the support and then push up. So it's going to be the same story But will it be the same story as pound yen, in which the price will go down or it will continue to go up? All depends on the momentum of the candle. So we are going to see at the weekly close. If there's any monthly, yeah, we can see that there's a break in trend line in the monthly, which is very interesting. Okay, price has been closing lower in this case for this period of time until a recent breakout. Okay, until a recent breakout which suggests this, and then I'm going to put the top first target profit. Perhaps if we are going to look for long, this will be the first. Okay, this will be the first target profit, which is around the 117 to the 118 area, so say 500 pips away, so there's still ample time. So sure, I still haven't decided whether I want to buy or not. So you look at the momentum in this case, right? This momentum is a bit much stronger. It's the same going to be same for yen, because yen is very weak. That's fine. Okay, so the buy still looks good. I'm in on CSF yen, but I'm still just leave it to break even. I'm not going to leave it because I already closed most of my position. Just leave it running there. Okay, so if we look at the weekly, what we can see here, alright, we are expecting a pullback. There is a chance. Okay, after a trending move, price will usually make a reply wave, so it should be the same. In this case, after that, go down the weekly, right? Price already push up, but there's still. Now we can see that. So now we can see that resistance happening on the daily. Okay, you can see that the resistance happening in daily. Price is reacted to the previous supply here right now. So we are looking for same. So for yen pairs, most probably for most yen pairs for next week, we are going to look for sell first before to write down this counter trend. Okay, we might look for a sell. Target area for this in the daily price book. Don't get me wrong, in this case for instance, I'm still want to go for a buy, but we have to take a counter trend in this case. And the target area that I think that this unlikely to drop by until here, it's too deep. This is a very good zone. Okay, if you look at here, this is a base drop here, in which price initially broke out, base drop, retest supply, came down. Okay, retest supply, but this time we broke out and price does not retest this zone, so this is a very fresh zone. So we are going to look for take profit. Any sales from here with confirmation, we're going to take a profit until to 111.600 at least. Okay, so this is my minor zones. This will be my target area for CHF yen. Should be go down. So most probably in the earlier of the week, most probably I might just close my floating position of the CHF yen. Okay, always go into your higher time frame first. Don't bother you go into your 4 hour for your anti time frame only when you look to enter. In this case, I'm not looking to enter already, and I'm not going to analyze on the H4. Okay, just on the daily will do. Okay, so in this case, we are waiting for some kind of confirmation signal. Okay, what I prefer for price to go up again, we are not going to take this buy. Okay, and after the all buys are completed, and then they will push the market down. Okay, and that is where we are not looking for this sell. What we're waiting for, we are waiting for some kind of pullback here, and then yes, this is where we look for our sell to go and write down this pair. Okay, it's going to be the same way for pound yen, of how I entered a trade, or what am I looking for. Okay, so there are a lot of ways you can enter the market. So CHF yen done, and then I took a long for the pound CHF. Pound CHF, right, let's do that. Okay, let's go to the monthly, so you can see perspective. Monthly, okay, for monthly in this case, right, okay, what happened for last month? Yes, there's a rejection here, the price push up, so I will say that there is a significant demand forming there, same as in pound yen. Okay, and then the target, the first target most probably I'm going to put it around, okay, I'll just put around here first. That will be the most first realistic ever target. 1.30, 900 pips away, great distance for the monthly. Trend line break, no. Okay, not really, but let's just say it's well expected in this case. One touch go down, two touch go down, three touch go down. So can it make a four touch, or can we go up and then come back here and then go up? Okay, that would be the boring question. So for the weekly, what do I see? So for the weekly, end of the week for today, for this week, you can see that there's a there's a very strong momentum of buyers. Very strong momentum of buyers. So for pound CHF, I still will look for a long. In this case, for pound CHF, I'll look for long setup to ride out this strong buy at least to the 1.26 to 1.28 area before I look to wait and see what happens. Right? Price can go alternately maybe up to 1.26 to 1.30. You reach the top of this zone here. Okay, so huge potential for pound CHF for long setup. I already in, so I'm not looking. So we might have in this case price already make a pull, so it's gonna be the same most probably. Now what I'm looking is that it will go down, but then we are looking for a buy in this case. I'm not looking for any short for pound CHF. I'm looking for a buy at least towards this zone at 1.19. 1.19 area is very good, because if you look from here, what interesting about the 1.19, you look at what interesting is that if you notice, right, this is the place where price consolidation and then it broke out, right? So this will be a very good place for us to look for a retest of this previous broken zone here and ride the wave up. Okay, as I said, 4 hours, yeah, so there's still a chance that price might go down here. So we are not looking for sell in this case. Okay, we are only looking for a rotation down, and we are looking for to buy and ride this wave higher. Can be a waiting for price action around this zone. Okay, I'm waiting for the price action around this zone here. Okay, but I'm not looking for any kind of sell, even though I expect the market to go down from here. So pound CHF done. So okay, so now the new week I'm going to show you about, let's look about the potential of the rest of the pairs. Okay, for DXY now, let's go to the monthly check. DXY monthly check. For the monthly, right, you can see an inside bar forming after pull up. So that is, I fancy a retest of the previous resistance here. Okay, there is a resistance here that is not able to penetrate. Okay, but price is still an inside bar, and given that price already went down here, so next week dollar might go up and to retest this zone. So in this case, for the dollar, right, if you trade the dollar, I think it's good long setup in this case to go up here at least to the 101, 102 retest before the next week or the next 2 weeks for price goes down. Okay, for the monthly now is very low. This is the running one. Okay, massive inside bar. So we are looking for long. In this case, USD is going to be strong. I anticipated it to be strong for next week. Okay, do not be fooled by this bearish candle. Okay, so if you're going to be fooled by a bearish candle, then this then what this is going to kill you, right? So don't be fooled by bearish candles. Okay, as I said, for the monthly we are still in the inside bar. Okay, but based on this candle close for the weekly, right? For the weekly candle close, it shows that there is still strong momentum. Inside bar breakout already happened. There's still strong momentum for market to go down. So in this case, right, if market goes up, there is a reason for it to go to look for sell set up, at least to reach down here. But if it doesn't go up, right, it just keep on going down. In this case, like, we are not going to take anything, just waiting for some sort of price action signal to go up. Okay, I'm not going to do a trend line yet. So okay, if I want to look a weekly zone here, right, I'm going to mark here. Price is approaching near the weekly support here, which is not been broken yet. So it's going to be very interesting for the DXY. Okay, for now you can see that lower close, lower lower close in this case for the candles for daily. So any movement up is just another reason to go down. So price might go up a bit here for a small pullback and go down here at the 95 area before it reacts and go to our targeted area, which is around 101 to 102. So for US currency, my expectations and analysis shows that it's going to be it's going to be volatile, of course. But in this case, I anticipated in this case for the price movement go up, go down, retest here, go up. Okay, so in this case we can look for some short setups for DXY over the next few weeks. In this case, for short setups, in the sense that like for Aussie USD, most probably can look for a sell, and maybe Pound USD or Euro USD. Anything got to do with USD pairs. So I'm done with my DXY. Euro USD, I see. So now in this case, right, you can look for a short signal for Euro. Because now Euro is same. See, if you look and try to relate to all, right, it's all have a connection. Inside bar as well, exactly the same like how we look at the USD UFR. Okay, but price is reaching towards what sort is to be a strong supply. We know that this is demand. This is monthly demand. Okay, very tight squeeze there. But most interesting now, what's very interesting to me is that you can see that price has broken that trend line there. So in this case, right, it might go down here, retest here, and most probably break out, or not all. The thing is that most probably there is a potential for this market to go higher and break this bar. Okay, there is a potential. Okay, so for monthly move, it should be going up. First the retest, okay, broken structure of inside bar breakout. So price going to retest the 1.09800 before going up. So in this case, if there's any kind of short, right, you can take around here to reach 1.09 before looking for buy to go higher. For next week, it's only look for buy. I'm not looking for any sell yet. Okay, I'm looking for, let's wait for price action to reach 1.10 in this case. I'm not interested in looking for a sell. Okay, if I look at the daily, right? This case price is just reacting. Anything, it will go down here for, I mean, whatever down move is going to be very temporary. Okay, so my target zone, in which I would expect market to, I'll just wait for market to react, come here before I decide further on. Okay? Because I'm not seeing any base or anything. All I see is that if you look very closely, right? If you look very closely, right, this is the head and shoulders. Okay. So the neckline. So neckline here. Okay, head and shoulders. You can see a triple bottom also, but I don't look at all that. Okay. Price becomes consolidation before it move up, so now it should look down to retest this area and go up. So that's why you can take a short setup that is to be 1.1. Even if it doesn't reach 1.10, you can just take it until 1.11 and get in those profits first. Okay, so for Euro next week, look for sell at least to the 1.11 area. Okay, there is very weak momentum start building. There's no more strength from the buyers already, so we are looking for a movement that I kind of anticipating is let's wait for one more push up. Okay, we are not taking that buy. After that push up is happened, we are looking for one strong push down. Okay, after that strong push down, we are not going to take it happen, and then we wait for one more push up, and this is where we are looking for a sell. Let's see what's happening next week. That's my plan for Euro USD. Delete off all this thing. Okay, move on to the next pair. USD is going to be probably the same as Euro USD, so no relation. USD CAD now will be very interesting. The sidebar same. It's going to be the same as ZY going down here and then go up. Price is a very tight squeeze. Based on the weekly close, we can see that there's a false break and now the buyers are pushing up. So for USD CAD next week, before buy. There's no weekly support broken in this case. Okay, the daily have shown strong bullish momentum, so long setup is there for USD CAD. Target. We're going to target the nearest resistance, which is around 0.97, 0.98 zone, 200 pips around there. Okay, either price broke out and then came back here and go up higher. The next zone that we can probably look is here, but I wouldn't mark first. Let's see what happens here. Until price have a chance, then we mark here. If not, it will be redundant. Okay, so that's a very tight squeeze now. Okay, so look for long setup for USD CHF in this case. Oh, sorry, the USD CHF, I thought USD CAD. But USD CAD or USD CHF, it should display the same kind of patterns or behaviors. Right, later we'll take a look at USD CAD. Does it show the same kind of price action as we are seeing on USD CHF? Okay, so this push up, very interesting. Price has broke out. This says it will go down here. We tested 0.95700. So once price is around here, don't look for any kind of sell. Look for a long setup. Okay, look for long setup for USD CHF. Where my USD CAD? Okay, shit. Let's see what's indicated over there. Okay, let's go in. And now it's USD cat. So USD cat. Oh, USD cat inside bar breakout already happened. So interesting. For monthly, I'm going to put this as a zone. Okay. The nearest target is around here. For the weekly, very strong. Still very strong sell momentum in this case. But we're not going to take for sell from here. Let's wait for a pullback here. Let's wait for sort of pullback before going down. So in this case, USD set up for next week. We can still look for a buy, but at least up to only this zone. I'm going to put a minor zone around here. Okay, this minor zone is the consolidation. Price broke out of that consolidation, so might go to retest that consolidation area and then to go down. So for next week, right, look for buy. Because it's too long, you want to wait until price go here, and then you won't make any trades. Price starting, even though price is going down, right, the momentum starts to get very big. Okay, so in this case, right, we are looking for only buy, so we don't take any sells also, but we don't take any buy. Let's just wait for the price action to decide first before anything else. So the ideal scenario is price go into here, right? Do you take any buy from here or here or here, right? And this will be the target profit. Then should the price action present itself. Don't take any buy first at the moment, please, for USD CAD. Okay, because there is no improvement to the top, there is no structure change or anything to say that it's going to go up. Okay, don't look for any kind of buy yet, but don't sell as well because you already traveled very, very far. That's all for USD CAD. So last one, gold. Let's say gold going down. This is even exactly as going down. And you share why I have a bias for gold to go down. First of all, we see an inside bar here. Okay. Then second of all, we see a weak buy momentum, and then we see a guy going down. That's why I said gold is going down. Inside bar breakout already happened. So in this case, right? Yes, no, this is the monthly price is on the resistance, so it makes sense to go for that sell. This is the monthly support, which is not yet reached or tested. Okay, so for the weekly, you can see very strong sell momentum there. I'll just put my seeding here. This is the minor zone in the weekly. Okay, in the daily, we can see that price has made an inside bar breakout. So two possibility, price might go up. If price go up, it's going to be the same thing. Price go up here, don't look. Price reject here, you can look for a sell, but it's going to be very short because price will go up again. Then this is where we look for a sell. Okay, so for gold, you can look for buy opportunities if price come down lower here, and this will be the take profit of 1740. Any position to take now? No. Because price already moved down. Okay, so we only look for for a long setup, buy at least to the 1740. So for gold, right, next week we can still look for a buy. Okay, yes, we can still look for a buy. Not yet short because already price went the first way down. You will make a pullback. Our minor zone perhaps maybe around here. Worst case scenario here is the 1720 will be the target profits. You should be buy this thing. Again go up, and then this is where you're looking for sell. Okay, we're not looking for any sell here. Our sell should come here or should come here. It should never be here. Here you look for any kind of buy setup only. And that's it. I hope you guys, if you like my video, subscribe and then leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next week. And I hope you guys benefited from all this. Take care. See you.